Hey everyone, so basically this is going to be the first in our new series of podcasts we're doing about places we visited in America that we really liked, places that we kind of took some inspiration from, or just places that were generally cool and we really enjoyed visiting. So this was part of our road trip we took down Route 66. So first in the series we're going to talk a little bit about Sid's Diner. It's in El Reno. El Reno is like a small town. It's about 30 minutes away from Oklahoma City. So if you're traveling on Route 66 west to east, it's about 25 miles before you get to Oklahoma City. So it's been featured on a few TV shows. It's been on Man vs. Food. Adam definitely went and checked out their juicy onion burgers. And I don't think it's been on diners, drive-ins and dives, but it's definitely that kind of vibe that you get from it. The kind of classic American diner, very kitsch, quite old school. But they've been doing like these onion burgers for years and years, and obviously really successful with it. So the onion burgers are what they're famous for. I'll talk a little bit more about them, and we'll kind of give you our review on it, and hopefully you'll enjoy. Today, basically, we're talking about Sid's Diner in El Reno. It's going to be a first of our little series we're doing on places that kind of inspired us from America on our little road trip we've done in the past. So this will be the first one. We've kind of done a little introduction before, so you kind of know a little bit about it, but we're going to tell you sort of our opinions on it. So first, do you remember our travelling to there? Do you remember where we came from the day before?
The barbed wire museum. Was that the day before?
Okay, so yeah, on the way, Route 66 that we did. So the day before El Reno, we were in Texas.
Oh, the big Texan.
Yeah, we stayed there for a couple of days, didn't we?
Yeah.
What's the place? That was Amarillo, isn't it? Yeah. Amarillo, Texas, we're in. So then the travelling that day, we kind of went to a barbed wire museum, which is pretty strange, but that's kind of thing you have on Route 66, weird stuff like that. But it was actually, yeah, it was actually pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
So it's a museum of everything you can think of barbed wire, but it was also like a Route 66 museum, so they had some of the old like kind of little things from Route 66. They had the original big cow that's outside this big Texan restaurant, and now they've got an even bigger cow. So they had the kind of old big cow there, and like the Sinclair dinosaur, a few of them from like petrol stations and stuff, or gas stations as they call them. So yeah, that was kind of our trip to Oklahoma. We were going. That's where El Reno and Sid's Diner is. So obviously on the way to staying in Oklahoma City, Sid's was the place we wanted to check out because we've seen it on Man vs. Food. We've seen it on a few different things, and it looked cool. So what do you kind of remember about Sid's?
It's tiny. It was really small.
Yeah, so it's a really kind of small place, like a really kind of old diner, and it's got like the old drive-through bit, but I don't really think they use that anymore. It doesn't look like they do, and it's just like a bar with kind of seats at the bar, and then probably how many people do you reckon it kind of seats in there?
10, maybe 12. It wasn't very many.
Seats about 20 something, I reckon.
No
at
way
least.
there was 20.
At least 20 people.
Oh, remember there was the pin board and you could put your pin in from where you were from, because people come from all over the world.
Yeah, it's kind of it's cool. They had like loads of like kind of pictures of their family on the wall. 'Cause it's like a proper traditional like family-owned business. It's been going for years, and they've kind of always done it the same thing. So traditionally they make these things called onion burgers. What do you remember about onion burgers? Then?
Okay, so it's fried onions.
Yeah.
And then they like smush the burger into the fried onions.
Yeah.
So the onions are kind of in the burger. It was good.
So the kind of idea behind it is like, you know, when meat was more expensive, they'd make really cheap burgers by adding a lot more onion than places do. But how they do it is they slice it really thin, and so the onion goes on raw with the burger and cooks at the same time. And it kind of makes for a really interesting, different burger. And although it started as something, you know, it's just like a cheap way to make burgers, it's kind of like a way that is really different to what other places do. So it's kind of become a bit unique to them and kind of what they're known for. So we tried an onion burger, didn't we? What's your verdict on the burger?
It was really good. It was really delicious. It didn't look great, but it tasted good.
Yeah, they're kind of really simple, you know, it's just like burger salad, sauce, and then one of these onion burgers on it. But it was one of the better burgers we had in America. Really nice, really good. Obviously they've been doing it for years, so they kind of know what they're doing in terms of burgers. So what would you say? How would you rate Sid's?
Maybe an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8. It was pretty good.
It was really tasty, but they've got to lose a couple of marks so it didn't look as good.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of one of them throwing. But a lot of fast food is like that, isn't it? Really, unless you go to the nicer places, it's not really bothered how it looks. A lot of places are just kind of getting the food out. Which I know it's not strictly like a fast food place in the kind of newer senses, and it's not just order your food and go. But yeah, it probably could do with looking a little bit better, but in terms of taste, amazing.
Yeah, very good.
That was on our trips on the way to Oklahoma City. Do you remember Oklahoma City at all?
Yeah.
It's kind of really odd place in America where we only stayed in Oklahoma City for one day, you know, on our road trip to Route 66, and you feel a little bad that Oklahoma City, the first thing that kind of comes to your mind is like a terrorist attack. And we didn't really do a lot in Oklahoma City other than kind of go and visit where the Oklahoma City bombing is, which is like really sad, but it's really kind of poignant. And if you get a chance to go, it's probably one of the better, like, how would you describe it?
How would I describe it? It was heartbreaking. Even now, just thinking about it, I can remember how it felt when we were there. It was the little chairs. They had a chair for every person that had died, and they had like a nursery, and there were little chairs full of children.
It's really sad, but really worth checking out because it's really like well thought out. Because
they have the survivors tree as well.
Yeah. So essentially, like, you go to places like, obviously you go to like Ground Zero at the World Trade Center, and it's very touristy, loads of people taking pictures, and although it's a nice memorial to them, it's not really as well thought out as kind of this is. Whereas at Oklahoma City, there's like, it's kind of like a big reflecting pool, and then either side of it there's like a giant wall with the time on, like before the blast and then after the blast. And then there's a big garden on the right hand side, and then like Vicki says, it has all chairs of like a chair for every person that died there, which represents, you know, an empty chair at their dining table, and then small ones for the kids, which is, like say, kind of really heartbreaking and very sad.
It was a beautiful memorial, and it felt like, you know, something tragic had happened here, but we're going to remember these people.
Yeah, and
it felt like it was about the people.
And although it's a bit sad that we went to Oklahoma City and we didn't really see a lot other than go get some food and then go and check that out, you know, I think it is worth seeing if you go there. You don't really want to kind of, you know, just remember places just by the bad things that happen, but I think sometimes, you know, you kind of need to, you know, remember that. And
oh yeah.
And remember where I went next after Oklahoma?
I don't actually.
No, that's one for another time. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do a few of these little videos where we're going to talk about little places we really liked, and we're going to keep them quite short. And hopefully we'll introduce you to a few cool places in America, and you can kind of get an idea of places that like inspired us for our food. Yeah? Cool. Awesome. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give this video a like, and hit the alarm bell, which makes sure you get notifications when we make new videos. And we'll see you soon. Take care.